The Marvel Cinematic Universe is stepping into a new era where massive projects like Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars are taking shape. The return of the Russo brothers has taken the hype and excitement to the next level, and their latest interview has given us some major hints, which are quite interesting for us fans. Recently, Anthony Russo and Joe Russo appeared on the red carpet for the world premiere of their new film The Electric State, where Deadline spoke to them. Here, the Russo brothers revealed that everything is happening in London. They mentioned, "We're shooting both movies back to back. There's a lot of work. We don't know if we will survive this or not. That remains to be seen, but we are very excited for it." This statement reflects their dedication to the project. Initially, some scenes were also supposed to be shot in Los Angeles, but now everything has been shifted to London. One major reason for this is secrecy, to prevent plot details or set images from leaking. We saw a similar case with the Fantastic Four movie, where barely any set images surfaced. While tax benefits could also be a reason, secrecy seems to be the primary one. The Russo brothers successfully executed massive projects like Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, and now they are set to do it again with Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Their return is due to a compelling storyline, one so powerful that even Robert Downey Jr. agreed to return. They also confirmed that filming will take place back to back, indicating that the story is fully ready and the execution is well planned. This also gives them an additional advantage, the ability to shoot fake scenes, as we saw in the Infinity War trailer, where the most iconic shot of Captain America, Black Panther, and Hulk charging forward never actually appeared in the movie. So, get ready. There's a high chance that the trailers for Doomsday and Secret Wars will include misleading scenes designed to surprise the audience. The Russo brothers reveal that they have found an angle that will not only challenge the audience, but will also be difficult to execute. However, this very challenge is what excites them and motivates them to work every morning. As a superhero fan, I rarely find movies challenging, but if the Russo brothers are saying this will be a challenge for audiences too, then I am mentally preparing myself for this movie and for creating crazy theories. I feel like we are about to return to the golden era of 2018 to 2019, when every tiny clue sparked fan theories. The Russo brothers have already proven that they can make gripping superhero movies. The Winter Soldier, Civil War, and Infinity War are proof of that. But now, as they introduce a more challenging aspect, our excitement and curiosity are reaching the next level. However, one thing that slightly bothers me is that Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars are being filmed back-to-back. Will this follow the Infinity War and Endgame pattern, where the first movie is primarily used to set up the main villain, Doctor Doom? There's no doubt that Infinity War was an outstanding story, but from a comic book fan's perspective, many important elements were missing, especially cosmic entities like the Living Tribunal, Eternity, Infinity, Death, Galactus, Celestials, and many others. Additionally, the true potential of the Infinity Stones wasn't fully explored. Take a simple example. When and where did Thanos use the Soul Stone? In the comics, the Soul Stone has its own history and different sets of powers. In Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos didn't just fight the Avengers. He defeated cosmic entities and even replaced himself in Eternity's place. That was Thanos' true power in Infinity Gauntlet. But what do we see in the MCU? Thor's attack managed to injure him, at a time when he had all 6 Infinity Stones. This nerf was understandable because the heroes needed a chance, but if Avengers Doomsday also nerfs the villain, it will be really disappointing. My biggest concern is that Doctor Doom has not been properly introduced in the MCU yet. Yes, we might get a hint of him in the Fantastic Four movie, just like Thanos' ship was teased in Thor Ragnarok. But to establish Doctor Doom properly, he needs a dedicated solo movie. This is where the biggest problem arises. Another issue is how they will fit a complex storyline like Time Runs Out into a single movie. This storyline is so vast that doing justice to it in just one film will be difficult. If the Russo brothers rush this, it could weaken the foundation of Secret Wars. If the MCU wants to recreate the magic of Infinity War and Endgame, they need to execute Time Runs Out and Doomsday properly. Otherwise, these movies could turn into another wasted opportunity. Anyone who has read the Time Runs Out comics knows that this storyline was the foundation of Secret Wars. In this arc, we see the Illuminati crossing every limit to save their world, something that has been missing in the MCU so far. Additionally, Time Runs Out also introduced a different version of Doctor Strange, who eventually joined the Black Priests. But the story doesn't end there. Later on, the Black Swan plays a major role and takes him to their leader. And when their leader is revealed, it's a jaw-dropping moment. In the comics, the concept of incursions was a major aspect of Time Runs Out, where we saw teams from different universes, including one team that was almost like the Justice League. The biggest question is how the MCU will depict this battle when there is no united Avengers team post-Endgame. Some heroes were seen together in Shang-Chi's post-credit scene, but overall, the MCU heroes are scattered. That's why Sam Wilson's Captain America was given the responsibility to form a new Avengers team. However, this team has not yet been established, and it is uncertain who will be part of it. If the MCU wants to portray Time Runs Out accurately, it must include ideological clashes between heroes, as the conflict versus conflict impact is crucial, just as it was in the comics. Without this, the Secret Wars storyline may not have the same weight. So, the question is whether the MCU will do justice to this epic storyline, or if it will turn into a missed opportunity. Showcasing Doctor Doom's origin, motivations, and the concept of incursions is a massive challenge, and it seems like the Russo brothers were referring to this challenge in their comments. Either they are acknowledging fans' concerns, or they are hinting at the difficulty of replacing Kang, which is not as easy as people assume. Up until Captain America Brave New World, most MCU movies were setting up Kang as the central villain. But if Doctor Doom is introduced, the entire focus will shift toward him, which is both a necessity and a huge challenge, something previously discussed. Besides Kang, the Russo brothers also have to integrate X-Men characters, particularly Deadpool and Wolverine, as they are expected to play major roles. Their movie was the one that introduced the anchor being concept in the MCU. When asked about the future of Deadpool, Wolverine, and X-Men characters, the Russo brothers cleverly avoided revealing anything. Joe Russo joked that he had no idea who would appear, and Anthony Russo humorously added, "Just close your eyes and imagine." This was a clever strategy to hype the audience without revealing anything, as it hinted at the possibility of multiple cameos or references. Their responses make it clear that they were prepared for such questions, and this style of answering is a classic example of how the MCU builds hype. Later, at the same premiere, Chris Pratt was asked if he would appear in the upcoming Avengers movie. He responded that anyone who has appeared in the MCU could return. This could be a positive hint, as Peter Quill is not just a goofy space outlaw, but also a half-celestial. Although his celestial powers seemingly disappeared after Ego's death, they could be dormant and reawaken in Secret Wars. The new Guardians team, under Rocket's leadership, is strong, but Quill's improvisation and unpredictable fighting style make him unique. Guardians of the Galaxy would feel incomplete without him, and if his celestial powers return, he could be a major game changer. Plus, we always need a screw-up to mess things up for the universe, just like Quill did with Thanos in Infinity War. Secret Wars is one of Marvel's most ambitious projects, where the Russo brothers aim to create a story that is not just visually grand, but also mentally challenging for the audience. However, alongside the hype for the MCU's future, there are also major concerns, such as properly introducing Doctor Doom, handling the complexity of Time Runs Out, and executing incursions effectively. One thing is certain: Marvel wants to deliver an Infinity War and Endgame level cinematic experience once again. Fake trailers, misleading scenes, unexpected cameos, and unpredictable storytelling could recreate the golden era of fan theories from 2018 to 2019. Now, the only question is, will Marvel repeat history, or will it set a new benchmark for future phases? Can the MCU justify the Secret Wars storyline on the scale of the comics? What do you think? The comment section is yours. Let's talk openly. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and share it, and subscribe to our channel for more contents. To understand how powerful Sentry is, watch the video above. And to know the future of Henry Cavill's Wolverine, watch the one below. I'll be back with a new video soon.